You know what? Right now, as you're watching this, there's something happening. Something massive. Something that's been building up for months, maybe even years. And the people who thought they had you figured out, the ones who labeled you, boxed you in, thought you were predictable, they're sitting in complete silence right now. Like, I'm talking about that heavy, uncomfortable silence where nobody knows what to say because everything they believe just got flipped upside down. This message, it's not for everyone. But if it's for you, you'll know. Something in your chest is going to tighten up. You're going to feel that, oh my God, this is exactly what's happening to me right now moment. So let me ask you something. Have you noticed how quiet things have gotten lately? Here's what happened. And I need you to really hear this. They looked at you and they saw someone safe. Someone who wouldn't rock the boat. Someone who smiled, who stayed quiet, who always took the high road. They thought this person, they're harmless. And because they thought that, they got comfortable. Too comfortable. They started talking, gathering others, building this whole, I don't even want to call it a group, more like a collective energy of people who decided you were the problem. Maybe it was at work. Maybe it was in your family. Maybe it was a friend group. Doesn't matter where. What matters is they looked at the numbers. They looked at their influence. They looked at how many people they had on their side. And they genuinely believed, we got this. We outnumber them. We're louder. We're stronger. This is going to be easy. But here's what they didn't know. Here's what they couldn't see. You were never, ever actually alone. See, they were counting heads, counting voices, counting who liked whose posts, who agreed with them in group chats. But you were connected to something they can't even perceive. I'm talking about divine timing, universal laws, ancestral protection, your intuition that's wired directly to the Most High. You have spiritual backup that doesn't announce itself on social media. It doesn't need validation. It doesn't need to be seen to be real. Every decision you made during this time, even when you doubted yourself, you were being guided. You felt it, didn't you? That quiet knowing, that voice that said, don't respond, don't defend yourself, just keep moving. That wasn't weakness. That was wisdom. While they were busy whispering, plotting, trying to destroy your reputation, you were doing something completely different. You were evolving. You were transforming in silence. And here's the wild part. Here's where it gets really interesting. You had no idea just how coordinated they were against you. For a long time, you didn't even realize there was a whole group organizing against you. You were just living your life, being yourself, speaking your truth. But suddenly things you said, normal everyday things, started causing chaos in their camp. They started arguing with each other. Wait, how does this person know that? Who's talking to them? There must be a mole. Someone's feeding them information. And you're just sitting there like, what are they even talking about? Because you weren't doing anything strategic. You weren't playing chess. You were just being authentically you. But your authenticity? It was like a laser that cut through all their lies. See, here's the thing nobody wants to admit. That group? They didn't actually like each other. They weren't brought together by love or genuine connection. They were brought together by one thing. You. You were the common enemy. The thing they could all agree to hate. The person they could point at and say, at least we're not like them. Your light, your growth, your refusal to play small. It showed them everything they weren't willing to face in themselves. So they tried to dim you. But every single trap they set, every rumor they spread, every plan they made, it backfired. And now the whole thing is crumbling. They're turning on each other. The trust is gone. The unity is shattered because the glue that held them together was their shared focus on you. And the moment you stopped giving them that energy, the moment you elevated beyond their frequency, they had nothing left to bond over. So now they're scrambling. What happened? Why isn't this working anymore? Why do I suddenly feel so powerless? And when they look at you now, they don't even recognize what they see. You're standing taller. You're glowing differently. You're speaking with a confidence that wasn't there before. And that absolutely terrifies them. Because they're realizing something they never wanted to face. You were never the problem. You were the mirror. Here's what's going to start happening now. Some of them are going to try to come back. They're going to slide into your DMs, send you a, hey, just checking in text. Act like nothing ever happened. And I need you to hear me clearly on this. They are not coming back because they love you. They are not coming back because they suddenly realized you were right. They're coming back because they felt your power. They experienced what happens when someone who's divinely protected decides to stop playing small. And now they're scared. They want back in your good graces not because they value you, but because they're terrified of being on the outside of your energy. Be very, very careful with this. You don't owe anyone access to the new version of you, especially not the people who tried to destroy the old version. You want to know what your greatest weapon was this whole time? Your silence. I know that sounds crazy. We're taught that we need to defend ourselves, clap back, fight fire with fire. But you did something more powerful. You elevated. Your frequency became so high that they literally couldn't exist in your space anymore. And when someone can't control you, can't manipulate you, can't bring you down to their level, that's when the real panic sets in. You didn't have to destroy them. You didn't have to plot revenge. You just had to become the fullest version of yourself. And that was incompatible with their darkness. This isn't just drama. This isn't just some social battle you won. This is spiritual law in action. When you're aligned with your truth, when you refuse to compromise your light to make others comfortable, the universe has to respond. And it does, by clearing out everything and everyone that doesn't belong. So here's what I need you to understand as we close this out. You are protected. You are chosen. You are exactly where you need to be. If this resonated with you, if you felt that click, that knowing, don't suppress it, this is your moment to fully acknowledge your own power. The silence you're experiencing right now, that's not emptiness. That's the universe giving you space to step into who you were always meant to be. You don't need to convince anyone of your worth anymore. You don't need their validation. You don't need their approval. The real victory isn't them finally seeing your value. The real victory is you finally, fully believing it yourself. Keep shining. Keep standing. Keep being unapologetically you. Because that's not just your power. That's your purpose. And when you're living in your purpose, nothing can touch you. I'm proud of you. And I love you. Be safe.